Alright. Howdy, partner. Bad Rachni.
This one serves as our voice.
I don't like it.
We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Oh yeah, who are you?
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced.
You talking about the old ones or the new ones?
Rachni.
Oh yeah?
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
You are not in harmony with those who hoped to control us.
You're not wrong.
What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
There are acid tanks rigged up on that thing. Set them off. Millions of my ancestors died to put these things down. Don't let them come back.
They made a mistake. They let the Krogan go too far. This is a chance for us to atone. She has done nothing to us.
Your companions here.
Counter-argument.
You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do?
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No, I do not know what happened in the war.
Okay.
We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Maybe.
You could have calmed them if I hadn't set off the purge?
No, our minds are not as yours. We can only learn to sing in harmony. Without a mother, children are lost to silence.
So they had to die
We
either
should
way.
not sing of them in gray and violet. We would have stilled them ourselves.
Grand.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
Super. So, see, here's the thing, and Liara makes an absolutely solid point, right? That it wasn't you guys, but actually, Rex is wrong. It's not about how many of the Krogan died to kill you guys initially. I actually kind of think you have to die because of the genophage, right? Because if the Rachni live on, then that's a bit of a slap in the face to the Krogan that were sterilized as a result of how powerful they were after the war with you. So, like, I kinda gotta go with Rex here. I'm so sorry.
Make your peace with the galaxy. The Rachni are a dead race.
No, stop feeling and think. Even if you disagree with Asari morals, you must see she could be an ally.
What's the matter? Are the Asari looking for a new species to cuddle up with?
Ooh.
Is our kind so frightening?
Kinda.
You would seek our silence if you cannot muffle our songs? If you cannot have us as your obedient claws?
I don't want you around as your obedient as fucking monsters on my side. Yeah. I'm done.
This time, stay dead.
We will not embrace the great silence.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Get off. Kinda sounded like you were gonna disagree with me there. Kinda felt like you were about to fight me. Tell you what, you get out that acid pit, you can have 2 planets, courtesy of Commander Shepard, Butcher of Torfin, and Eliminator of Species. Great. We're all happy now, huh?
The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
I agree. Yeah, I think we did great though, huh? Right. How do we get out of here? Because I think we're done, huh? I think we've done our piece. Hey, everybody.
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
Not
The new relay could link
yet.
to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The commander is right. We cannot rush off blind. We still need to learn more about Saren.
Who
Right.
put you in charge? Did the commander resign when I wasn't looking?
Settle
We're
down,
all on the
lad.
same team here, Williams. She's just trying to help.
Sorry, Commander.
Yeah, don't do it again.
We're done here. Crew, dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Oh, absolutely.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Thank you.
Commander, do not cut me off like last time. I fail to find it amusing.
Okay.
Whoops.
And we're out.
I really, really wanted to talk to them, but they can't just open with a line like that and not expect me to cut them off. What are they playing at? What am I supposed to do? I'm blameless. They set me up. I cannot be held accountable for that. I won't be held accountable for that. Hi. How are you?
Do you have some time to talk now, Commander?
Absolutely.
Of course. Have a seat.
I've been thinking about the Novaria mission, about what we did to the Rachni.
Yes.
We had to make some tough calls to get us this far, and it looks like... well, it looks like there's gonna be some more.
Right.
I'm just saying, try to leave yourself a way out. I've seen what cutting corners can do, and I'd hate to have that happen to you, Shepard. Commander.
Shepard?
That's not the appropriate way to address your commanding officer, Lieutenant.
I wasn't speaking to you as my commanding officer, ma'am. I don't want to send
Okay.
any bad signals. Just, working on what I've picked up. You
It's
tell
all
me
good.
if I'm going too far.
Nah, I'm
We
all
haven't had
good.
much off-duty time to talk. You have an issue with how things are going?
I'm not questioning any decision you've made, Shepard. Let me be clear about that. It's
Okay.
just my experience that once someone lets something slide, it tends to pick up speed. You get my meaning?
In
Talk
what
to me,
way?
Caden. You got a little black rain cloud sitting over your head.
I'll try to keep the deck dry.
Thanks.
You know the records about the biotic training out on Jump Zero?
Yes,
They're all
absolutely.
classified. Because the Alliance made mistakes.
Right.
After first contact, Kinetics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans.
Yeah, you told me that.
Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Kinetics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
What do you mean by
The
experts?
only experts would have to be aliens.
Dead on. Turians, actually. That's why Canadians kept it a secret.
That is bold, because we went to war with the Turians, right?
Asking the Turians for help when we just fought a war with them.
Yeah, not the Asari?
The Asari would have been more acceptable than the Turians.
Yes, but the company didn't go through the Citadel. It would have made Earth look weak, so they discreetly hired some Turian mercenaries.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Is there some reason we couldn't learn it on our own?
They didn't know where to start. Hell, it took a couple of years to even link biotics and Ezo. Forget trying to get the kids to move stuff. They had trouble just helping them not break their own limbs.
Ugh.
And their choice of teachers didn't help much.
You had a bad
Get your
teacher?
knuckles wrapped a few times, Lieutenant?
Yeah, you could say that. Our instructor was a Turian by the name of Commander Vernus.
Vernus.
To introduce himself, he liked to say, I was at the helm of the dreadnought that killed your father.
Oh.
Well, I told him my dad wasn't in the war. He'd retired to Vancouver. My family had an inland home that matured to New Beachfront.
Oh.
Vernus had it in for me after that. He cut corners, pushed hard. I mean, you either came out a Superman or a wreck. A lot of kids snapped. A few died.
Oh.
The point of all of this, I guess, is that when you cut corners, it's not always obvious who pays for it.
Why tell me?
So why are you telling me this? Is there something I can do to help you get over it?
I'm 32, Shepard. You don't serve as long as I
You're
have.
32?
To come to terms with yourself. You also learn that if someone is special to you, you help them. Try to keep them from making mistakes.
In what way am I special? Tell me.
Just say the word.
Nope, you're not.
You're not out of line, Caden. But there are regs.
I get you, Shepard. I don't make a habit of complicating the chain of command.
Super.
Just think about what I said.
Just
Yeah, I get
sense
it.
of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Thank you.
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
Okay, how'd you think of the mission?
Last mission.
Killing Saren's, what was Benezia anyway? Second in command?
I
Advisor?
think so.
Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure
Good.
Dr. Sony's hurting though. Poor kid. Having to kill her own mom.
What do you think about the Rat Knight Queen?
Arachnite?
Off the record?
Yeah.
If we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We were out here during the Arachnite War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
How dare you?
I'd like that.
Yeah. He makes a fair argument. Medgel, please. Thank you. Hey, Doc.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Nah, I'm all good.
Goodbye, Commander.
They are?
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
I agree.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not.
Right.
I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
Yeah, Siren sucks, huh?
And if I were you, I'd want revenge.
We have enough reason to stop Saren. I do not need to add revenge to the list. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
That's
Tell me
fair.
about yourself.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds
Sounds
lonely.
dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until
Good.
the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
What?
You don't like other people?
You love people.
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
No, I get that.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said
Oh,
when I told you
really?
of my decision.
Well, let's hope I don't try to destroy the galaxy then, huh?
I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating.
Thank
You were
you.
marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds
I'm
like you want to
fascinating.
dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard.
It's all
I
good.
only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
You're all good.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
No, not at all,
Now
not
you
at
know
all.
why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
You got it, honey bun.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Right. Bop. Garrus?
Commander, good to see you.
How you
Been
doing?
seasick a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but...
Of course.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
Like
I
what?
bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
How so?
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue.
Okay.
But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Man.
So what was it?
Both, actually.
Ugh.
But it took us a while to figure that out.
What do you
So
mean?
How did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist.
Dr. Salion.
So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development. But there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles?
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage.
Does it work?
It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
Ooh.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Okay, what about the doctor?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Like
Good
what?
thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out.
Freaked out?
I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes.
Ugh.
Living test tubes.
And how the fuck does that
He was
work?
growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes it wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them.
Oh.
Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I
Son
hope
of a
he got
bitch.
what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Oh, I don't like that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
And they let him
You
go?
went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel.
To be fair, that second one's not unreasonable.
He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Son of a bitch.
Hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
A few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Unavoidable
Yeah,
as well
exactly.
sometimes.
Those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
Yeah.
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess.
I'm sure.
I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Sounds good to me.